Hello friends, welcome to Programming Concepts. My name is Amit and this is part 45 of ASP.NET Core MVC tutorial. In this video, we will implement edit functionality in .NET Core MVC without Entity Framework Core. This is continuation of part 44, edit functionality in .NET Core MVC, where we write our code to interact with SQL via C#. So please watch it before proceeding to this one. I shared the link in the description. Let's get back to Visual Studio. And this is the project which we are working on. Within SQL DB layer class, you can see our method is ready. First thing is to create a controller action method responsible to receive GET request to edit employee. So let's go to employee controller, add new method. So public view result edit employee, and it will accept employee ID as a parameter, so int ID. Return view, and this method is of type get, so add attribute http get. Let's get employee details from database. We haven't created method to get employee details by ID, so let me use get all employee method for demo purposes. All right, so employee with small e is equal to underscore repository dot get employees dot where x such that x dot id double equal to id, then dot first or default. And let's pass this employee object to view. Next, we need to create view to display this information so that end user can modify these details. So right click, add view, select razor view empty and click on add. Change the name to edit employee and add the view. Now, this view expects a model of type employee. So add at model employee. Let's add a layout page and title to this. So add within curly braces, view data, title is equal to edit employee, layout is equal to underscore layout. Within the H4 tag, write edit employee form. Provide horizontal ruler. Next, create a new div to provide a message. So div class is equal to text-danger for red color, space m-2 for margin. And then specify viewBag, so viewBag.message. Next, similar to add employee page, create a div to display employee information. So create a div and use the class row. Create another div within this div and use class call-md-6 space m-1. Next, we need to create a form. So form ASP-action is equal to edit employee, and method will be post. So our form is all set to post back data specified within this form tag, but we have nothing within this form tag. Let's quickly reuse our partial view which we used on add employee page. Let's go to underscore employee details partial.cshtml. And you can see we already specify employee properties like name, salary, and department. Let's use this partial view. Let's go to edit employee view and type partial name is equal to underscore employee details partial. So we are done. Get request, and we created UI where end user can enter their updated data. Next, let's quickly create a post method that will receive this request. Let's get back to employee controller, create a new post method. So HTTP post, then public view result, edit employee, and it will accept an object of type employee. So employee, let's the object name be employee with small e. Let's pass this object to our newly created edit employee method we created in our last video. So bool flag is equal to underscore repository dot edit employee, then pass employee object to it. If we get true, let's display some dummy message. So if flag at viewback.message is equal to data updated successfully. Else viewback.message internal error. Say not able to update data. And finally return this view. And that's it. Let's run the program. Let's navigate to employee/edit employee/1. You can see we are getting the required details of employee with ID 1. Let's change the URL and navigate to /2. And we are getting required data. You can also confirm if data is correct or not by visiting /employee/index in a separate tab. Let's visit there. And you can see the data is correct. All right. Let's update the details of employee ID 1, change URL to /1, change salary to blank, click on update. And you can see data updated successfully. Also, we are getting an error message. Can you guess why it happened? Let's get back to Visual Studio. Stop the application. Let's go to our partial view. And you can see we already applied validations. Then why? It's simply because we didn't call 2 out of 3 mandatory scripts for client-side validation. We already discussed client-side validation in parts 40 and 41 of this video series. You can watch if you still have confusion. So let's add these 2 scripts, and we specify these 2 scripts in our partial view, whose name is underscore validation scripts partial dot cshtml. We already called this partial view in our add employee.cshtml page. Let's just copy it from there and paste it into our edit employee page. Let's run the program once again. Navigate to employee/edit employee/1, delete salary, click on submit. And you can see data is validated on client side itself. If you want server side validation, just apply model.isValid. We'll do it later. Let's specify salary to 10,000. Click on save. And data updated successfully. Let's navigate to employee/index. And you can see data is updated successfully. The confirmation. Let's quickly apply server-side validation as well. Stop the application and within edit employee action method, specify if model state dot is valid. Wrap your condition within curly braces. And that's it. It will validate on the server side as well. So we successfully implemented update functionality without Entity Framework Core. Alright then, that's it in this video. If you have any queries related to the content of this video, do ask me in comments. Till then, thanks for watching.